Seville. Why would anyone visit the hottest city in Europe? They say Spain's soul lives here, and after a few hours, you will believe it too. A city that built empires, inspired legends, and still burns with the same fire centuries later. If passion had a place on earth, it would be Seville.
Welcome to the city of the cities, Seville, said to be the most beautiful city in Spain. In this video, we're going to walk through the beautiful streets of Seville, visiting one monument after another. Later, we'll watch the sunset at Guadalquivir River, said to be the most beautiful sunset in Seville. Don't go anywhere because I will tell you about Nodo, the symbol that you will see everywhere in Seville. It's got a beautiful story attached to it. I am standing at Plaza del Triunfo, one of the most stunning plazas, maybe not only in Seville but whole of Spain. Behind me is Alcazar de Sevilla, which is the beautiful stunning garden, part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, including this Archivos del Indies, where the Spanish Empire brought all the important documents and stored over here. In front is a stunning and the biggest Gothic cathedral in the world, the Cathedral of Seville. Seville was the richest city in Spain for hundreds of years, and the reason being, this is the place where discoveries of America began. All the voyages started from here. Even Columbus left to discover Americas from here. All the gold that was and the silvers which was discovered in the Americas, it was brought first to Seville before it could be sent anywhere. The opulence of Seville's golden days can be seen in its architecture, and you're spoiled for choices. Our first stop is the Cathedral of Seville, the biggest Gothic cathedral in the world.
This is the Cathedral of Sevilla, and it's the stamp of Sevilla, the icon of Sevilla. And it's also declared by UNESCO the largest Gothic cathedral in the entire world, and the third largest church in the world, after St. Peter's in Rome and St. Paul's Cathedral in London. It was built on the 15th century after the Spanish Reconquista to show Sevilla's wealth and power. And once you go inside, you can actually see all the wealth and magnificent size of the cathedral. This is an interesting fact about Seville's cathedral. Do you know that inside you can see the tomb of Christopher Columbus? But if you're coming to Sevilla, and particularly if you're coming to the Cathedral of Sevilla, please book your tickets in advance because they sell out very quickly. The demand is very high and you might not get your tickets on time. To get into the cathedral is around 35 euros for adults and around 9 euros for children. The cathedral was built on a site of a former mosque, and some of the Islamic architectural features remain, like for example Girolda. Girolda was built on the 12th century, and it was originally a minaret. It was later converted into the cathedral's 12th tower. It actually reminds me a lot of the minaret we saw in Marrakesh. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out in the link below. The Giralda is over 100 meters tall, and when you go up, you will notice that there are no steps. It's actually ramps, because it was designed for you to go up in a horse. Back in the day, they used to go all the way up to the top to call for prayers. But today, if you want to visit the Cathedral of Sevilla, it's included in the price of the ticket, and you can go all the way up, and you will see amazing views of the city of Sevilla.
Now we have come to my favorite site in Seville, Alcazar. The fortress of the kings, the garden of the poets, a dream carved into reality. This is such a stunning building that when I went in there, it completely blew my mind. It is a perfect example of Christian, Muslim, which is modern architecture, Renaissance architecture, and Baroque, all fused in together to make such a stunning building that it was used in the Game of Thrones series. The gardens inside, they are spectacular. The architecture all around is just to sit down and enjoy. This UNESCO World Heritage Site was built by the Muslim kings in the 10th century. After Reconquista, the Christian kings extended it, and the Palace of Pedro I is the heart of Alcazar. What a stunning place. And just before I tell you the story of Nodo, we are getting hungry, and the street right in front of the Giralda has an amazing atmosphere. We're gonna go and find something to eat quickly. One thing you will be surprised about is that how many tourists are here and how much vibe it is here. It's 10th of November, Monday, and it's about 21 degrees. Probably the best time to visit Seville. So this is the street I was talking about. It's right in front of all the tourist places. It might turn out to be a tourist trap, but I really want to sit down and eat here, overlooking the beautiful cathedral.
I'm loving the vibe here. In the background, you can see the amazing Giralda. Surrounding you, lots of bars and restaurants, a lovely vibe, lots of friends and family, kids playing around. You see the orange trees, birds flying as well. It's such a happy atmosphere. It's lunchtime, so finding a table right now is going to be very difficult. As you can see, it's packed.
Okay, we sat down at this place. We got a little bit of view of the Giralda Tower, but we ordered tapas. Can you imagine this? This is a tapa. It has to be the biggest tapa I've ever ordered. This is a meal, not tapa. Let's try it. A little bit salty for my taste, but it tastes really well. And we've also ordered our favorite salada mixta. And Julian is gone for solomillo de cerdo, which is pork steak. The idea of living in Seville is actually growing on me. The only thing which has kept me away from Seville is the fact that it's the hottest city in not only Spain, but all of Europe. And if you know me, I'm not really a big fan of heat. I don't do really well in heat. Every time I've come here, it's grown more and more on me. I've always wanted to live in a Spanish city where I can feel the authentic Spanish life. And going through the narrow streets of Seville, it reminds me that Seville, the city, the narrow streets have been designed for a purpose, not for the protection, but to protect from the heat, because it does get really hot in the summer. The temperatures regularly cross 40 degrees centigrade. People of Seville, they're known for their class. They're known for their wearing clothes which are really good. They don't dress to impress somebody. They dress for the elegance. Their elegance has been passed down through their generations. They've been taught to have a good posture, good style, and not the brands, but the actual old money style. Now we're going to another of Seville's beautiful monument, the Plaza de España. Wow, look at the architecture here, right next to this beautiful pathway in the garden. Oh, look at that balcony.
We are in Plaza España, and this is my favorite monument, not just in Seville, but probably in all countries of Spain. Plaza España was built in 1929 during the Ibero-American exhibition of the same year to celebrate Spain's connection with Latin America and all its former colonies. The plaza is decorated with towers, fountains, bridges, and a canal that curves around the plaza, and it's often called the Venice of Seville. Every time we come here to Plaza España, there is a flamenco show going on just here in the middle, and it looks like from the sound of it, there is one going on right now. Let's go and check it out. tiles tell a story of each region, culture and history. It's like a mini walk through Spanish history. I'm looking for Cadiz, and it goes in alphabetical order. So obviously that's Córdoba. So Cadiz should be coming very soon. So that's the Cadiz bench, and you can see the story that it's telling is the Spanish Constitution of 1812, because it was actually signed in Cadiz back in 1812. And here you see all these colorful tiles. I think Cadiz is the most beautiful one, isn't it?
Because you're from Cadiz.
No, because the Spanish Constitution of 1812, this is Spanish Constitution, come on. Cadiz is actually an hour and 20 minutes from here. And if you haven't seen our video of Cadiz, my hometown, you can see in the link in the description below. Walking through here, sometimes in summer you get a bit of a breeze, sometimes, but also depending when the sun is setting, here you will get more shade, so you'll not go out there in the heat of the day. Look at that. It feels like you're going into like a castle or wow, it feels like I'm in a movie. And actually, Plaza España was featured in 3 movies that I can remember. Star Wars Episode 2, The Dictator, and Lawrence of Arabia. I could be here for hours. But we have so much more to show you, and we have a park right next door, which is my favorite as well. This is the green heart of Sevilla. And actually, this park was part of a private garden of a palace. But back in 1893, the Princess María Luisa of Orleans donated it back to the city, hence the name of the park, María Luisa.
When it's sunset time, golden hour, you're gonna wanna make your way to Guadalquivir River, the artery of Seville. This is where everybody comes to enjoy the beautiful sunset. And we are making our way to the most popular sunset point, the Triana Bridge, about 20 minutes walk from here. On the way to Triana Bridge, you will see Torre del Oro, the Tower of Gold. It's not that it's got gold inside. This was actually part of the defense wall that once built by the Muslim Empire, the people of Sevilla, the city that would become Seville. The river is not only for the boat cruises, it's also used as sports activities. You will see a lot of people practicing for the canoeing. I love the atmosphere here. It reminds me of the river in Paris, the people in the evening, having their wine bottle, they sit down on the river and enjoy the peaceful evening. In our first Seville video, we actually took you to see a sunset from the highest point in Andalucia, which is that building over there. The entry was, I think, about 15 euros per person, but that did include a cocktail or a mocktail from the bar upstairs. On the top, you have a 360-degree panoramic view from where you can see the whole of Seville city. And we are here at the Triana Bridge right in front of me. What a beautiful atmosphere around me. You have the mojito bar here. And you have a beautiful spot here where people sit down overlooking the river and watch the sun go down right behind those buildings in front of you. Wow, so peaceful. People sitting on the wall up there, cyclists going past by, and just a very calm, peaceful vibe. It's Monday evening and still very busy here. Look at that. I think there's somebody playing guitar over there. Yeah. beautiful. There's a row of people just sitting down, chilling out, nothing fancy, just people coming together. You don't need anything else in life, just the loved ones. I always say this, get your loved ones, sit down for a sunset in a beautiful spot, and when everybody comes together, sit down together, you create the beautiful energy together, and with the sunset, that just elevates the whole thing. The architecture here, you don't see really glass buildings, it's just old history right in front of you. How many boats carrying gold would have passed through this river to that gate of Oro, Torre del Oro, bringing all the gold and silver from the Americas, from this very river. And now we're seeing people canoeing, practicing for their races.
What I'm feeling right now is a lot of tranquility and peace. And I'm actually considering if Sevilla is a place I want to live, because I'm feeling it here, I'm feeling the magic of Seville.
So beautiful. Just across the river, you have the popular neighborhood of Triana. We've never visited Triana. It's very popular because that's not where you find Seville of the postcard. That's where you find actual Seville. The neighborhood of Triana was actually the heart and soul of Seville. The city itself, the city center, was very popular, very opulent. This is where all the workers live, the workers for the ships, the workers to make tiles. And it's actually quite a popular area for tile making as well. On that side, you have the facade of the buildings. On that side, you have towers coming up. I can see Giralda over there, Torre de Oro, and actually the towers of the Plaza España as well. And all those people sitting over there creating beautiful atmosphere. Wow, it's beautiful. I thought the city ends over there. It's only on that side of the river. It's just like opened up a new map for me. Loving the architecture in this city, part of the city, and it looks like already that we are in a different place, and putting these Christmas lights right in the middle, they're gonna come on maybe next week. Lovely vibe here as well. This actually feels more like the locals rather than tourists. On that side, you have the complete atmosphere. Everybody's walking around taking pictures like a tourist. Here, you can tell the locals are sitting in their cafes. Okay, I can already see one beautiful house filled with tiles. Look at that. Wow, looks like a cool place, but unfortunately it's closed today as it's Monday. It's open from Tuesday to Sunday only. Oh wow. Look at the facade of the building, the whole building. Now, tiles were used throughout the Iberian Peninsula in Roman time as well, but the ceramic tiles and especially the azules were popularized during the Islamic Empire. It's cooler to touch, and this is, as you know, quite a warm, hot area. And also they are waterproof, you can just wipe it off, and they look absolutely stunning.
Many people focus on that part of the city, but what about this part of the city here? Expo 1992 was actually hosted here in Seville. It was a year of booming in Spain because we had the Olympics in Barcelona, we had Expo in Seville. I remember coming here, I was only 6 years old and my parents were dragging me around Expo 92. My feet were hurting. I don't remember much of it apart from a few futuristic things that actually happened today. So it was a lovely experience apart from my feet hurting. But also on that side of the city, you have the theme park called Isla Mágica. And it's one of the only few theme parks in Andalucia. And I love going there, especially when I was at school with my friends, when I was a teenager. It's a lovely time. And next to the theme park, there's actually a water park as well, because as you know, Seville is extremely hot and there is no beach nearby.
The sun has set, and it's probably the best time to talk about the story of Nodo, N-O-8-D-O. It's a symbol that you will see everywhere in Seville, on the lampposts, on the manholes, on the flags, and on the buildings as well. So what does nodo mean? It's not actually 8 in the middle. It's a strand of a wool called madeja in Spanish. So what does no madeja do means? In Spanish, it makes it no me dejado, meaning she hasn't forgotten me. So what's the story behind it? Wow, I'm just awe-inspired by the architecture around me and the atmosphere. People are sitting, enjoying the coffee with amazing buildings in absolutely every angle around me. So yeah, no me dejado is basically the King Alfonso X. His son took power and overthrew him. All the cities in Spain, all over, they sided with his king's son, and only Seville decided to be loyal to the king, Alfonso, and it gave refuge to the king. And that's why the king himself gave the name, the title to Seville, the loyal one, no me dejado, the one who never left me.
In Seville, art and passion aren't just confined to walls or buildings, they spill into the streets. You feel it in Semana Santa, when the whole city moves to the rhythm of solemn drums, when the air is filled with incense and candlelight guides the way. Semana Santa is one of Spain's most powerful and emotional traditions, and no one does it quite like Seville. Shortly after Semana Santa comes Feria de Abril, an explosion of color and joy, when Seville dresses in its finest, horses parade through the streets, and the entire city dances until sunrise. It is the biggest and most iconic feria in all Andalucia, the one that marks the start of feria season across the region. We have come to Feria de Sevilla and we had a great time. We loved it so much, we actually made a video about it, and you can find the link in the description below.
Definitivo, y en la cuarta lo lante, definitivo, y en la cuarta lo lante, definitivo, definitivo, que se sienta su vuelo pajarerío, que se sienta su vuelo pajarerío. Esa gitana, esa gitana, esa gitana, se conquista bailando por Sevillana.
We are on Avenida de la Constitución. There's a flamenco show going on there. And oh my God, the architecture in this Plaza de San Francisco were there. And it's just amazing. I always come here and always it blows my mind. And this Avenida de Constitución joins the Plaza de San Francisco all the way down to the cathedral, and all around it, it has amazing atmosphere throughout the day and at night as well. You have lovely shops, lovely cafes, lovely restaurants, and amazing buildings all around you. And through it, there's a tram and there's a station as well, so you can explore the city beautifully through the tram as well. And that reminds me, Seville is actually quite a well-connected city. It's got an international airport and a high-speed rail link. The rail link connects Seville to Madrid in 2.5 hours only. Córdoba in just 40 minutes, and Julian's hometown, Cádiz, is connected with train to Seville as well in 1 hour 15 minutes. And if you want to fly into Seville, the connections are really good as well. Seville Airport is actually one of my favorite airports because it's so easy. It's like a breeze going through the Seville Airport. It's connected to all the major European cities, especially the UK and Germany. And even in winter, you have flights throughout the day.
I'm absolutely loving Sevilla at night. I'm loving all the buildings with the light. It actually makes it glow like a golden color. And I really want to go and check the monuments at night, because we've always come during the daytime, we've always seen it in the day, but at night, as I said, they look a bit more majestic. So I'm going to go and check. Giralda's over here, Tower of Gold is over here. So we're going to go in Tower of Gold, have a look at the pipe as well, and admire this beautiful city at night. Loving the architecture, so beautiful. It's like everywhere you look in Seville, you have to take a picture. So sometimes I've called Seville like the Rome of Spain, because every corner, everything you look at, you need to take a picture of it. Wow, it's beautiful. Even though it's Monday, 10th of November, and it's 9 p.m, it's a bit chilly as well, but look at the vibe. lots of people walking around, and this is something I've always said, and I will keep saying in every video if necessary. Like, they seem to be longer in Spain, because look at this. People are now walking just before dinner, because dinner we have it around 9, 10 p.m. and now they're going for a walk. Some people are actually going to restaurants with friends and family and then going for a longer walk to digest the food. And now we are working our way to Setas, which is a wooden structure in the center of Sevilla. And at night, it's beautiful because it's all lit up.
Do you know what I really like about Seville? Is that how they kept the original Moorish history intact completely 100%. That's Alcazar in front, and over there the biggest Gothic cathedral in the world, and behind that the Giralda Tower rising with all its glory even today. And not just around this, everywhere around Seville they have proudly worn the badge of their history. So glad we came here at night. It looks absolutely majestic and everything around it, because you know the light and the dark background, it just, when you walk around, it looks so 3D dramatic.
Fun fact, when you walk across the city of Seville, you will see a lot of orange trees, but those oranges are a bit bitter. So what happens to them? You cannot really eat them off the tree, but when they fall, they're actually exported to the UK, where they actually make marmalade. Wow. You have the view of the Giralda just there. You have lots of bars here. And again, we are in November. It's a bit chilly, but you can just get a summer jacket and enjoy the terrace. Wow, this is a lovely life.
Everywhere you look, you have lots of things going on. People are enjoying themselves. We are now at the Setas of Seville. Setas actually means mushrooms. And why they call it mushrooms? When they made this, they didn't know what to call it. They saw it and they said mushrooms. That's how the name got stuck. This is actually the largest wooden structure in the world. And when you go upstairs, you can walk around all the mushrooms. It changes light. It's a beautiful atmosphere. You see the towers, the golden towers of Seville all around you. Price also includes entry to a cinema, which shows curved screen, amazing 4D sound, and it shows everything about the history of Andalusia and Seville and flamenco. Wow, Seville, you truly is a city of the cities. No wonder everybody loves Seville. It captures you with the spellbinding beauty. Thank you very much for being with us. Next week, we will see you from another great location in Spain. Hasta luego.